exactly a full house just yet, but as soon as everybody finds out you're here. Welcome back to the main interview room here at the XL Center. NCAA first and second rounds here in Hartford. We're joined now by student athletes from the Florida State University. We have Phil Kofer, Trent Forrest, and Terrence Mann joining us to take your questions for the next 15 minutes. The Seminole student athletes and head coach Leonard Hamilton are available right now in the Florida State locker room. Terrence, Trent, and Phil are here for the next 15 minutes to take your questions. They'll go back and join their teammates in the locker room at the end of 15 minutes, and Coach Hamilton will come down here and join us. If you have a question for any of the student athletes from Florida State, we ask that you please raise your hand. We'll send one of our microphone attendants in your direction. Please state your name and media outlet before your question. And just a reminder for those of you joining us for the first time today, absolutely no flash photography. Please silence your cell phone, and no shooting of any video of any kind that includes handheld cameras, mini cameras, and cell phone video or social media video. Not in this room. If you have a question for the student athletes, raise your hand. We're looking for the first question right now. Let's go to the back of the room with Mike.
Mike Abelson, New Hampshire Union leader. Trent, you guys don't play Vermont or many America East teams. What do you know about them? What are you expecting tomorrow?
They kind of play different from what we're used to. They kind of just play a slower type of pace. They have the Lamb kid who's pretty good. They play a lot of ball through him. So, we just have to stop him and try to pick up their pace a little bit to what we like to play at.
Continuing with questions for the student athletes from Florida State. If you have a question, please raise your hand. We'll send the microphone in your direction. There's one all the way to the left of the room, right on the aisle. Name and media outlet, then your question.
Adam Betts, Journal Inquirer. My question's for Terrence. You're a Lowell Mass kid. What's it mean to come back to New England to play in the NCAA tournament?
It definitely means a lot to me, just because it's my last year and I get to come back and play in front of friends and family kind of for one last time, so it's a good feeling.
Continuing with questions for Florida State, Mike in the back on the right.
Terrence, kind of going off that last question, you prepped at the Tilton School. What can you say about how playing at Tilton helped develop you and the type of competition you play in the prep league?
It helped develop me a lot. I played a lot of good competition in the NEPSAC. A lot of D1 players on, every team we played in, night out. So I think it definitely helped me a lot, maturing me for my freshman year.
Looking for the next question for the student athletes from Florida State. If you have a question, please raise your hand. Mike, you got another one? Go back to Mike.
Phil, coming out of the ACC tournament, you guys were in some pretty crazy games there. How much does having that, just so recently under your belt help you against a team that you're very unfamiliar with?
I think the main thing with those is, all them 3 games is basically dogfights. And I think just from right now, we're kind of putting that in the past and, looking forward to this game because it's our next game. So I think the main thing is just learn from our mistakes from what we did in that tourney and just moving on.
Fellas, we're going to go all the way to the left toward the back. Ralph?
Ralph Russo with the Associated Press. You guys had a great run last year in the NCAAs. I'm wondering, what you take from a run like that you can bring to the next tournament.
We'll ask Terrence to take that first, then Trent, then Phil.
I think definitely we learned a lot from last year. We learned how to take it one game at a time and not worry about, future games ahead. I think last year we did a good job of that. We stuck to every game plan was kind of different for us last year. We kind of did a good job of taking it one game at a time. So I think we'll carry that over with us this year, especially now that we got a lot of returners on the team for last year's run.
Trent.
I would kind of say what Terrence said, just taking it one game at a time. And I feel like just the whole experience last year, it helped us throughout the season with winning games. And that's just going to help us be even better in this year's tournament.
Phil.
The main thing is just I kind of not looking the future, just looking at what we got ahead. And I think that's what made us a good run, just looking at what team we had and just mainly just focusing on them and nothing else. And that's what really helped us have a run last year.
We have time for a few more questions for the Florida State student athletes, if there are any. If you have a question, just raise your hand. With no more questions, we'd like to thank Terrence, Trent, and Phil for joining us here in the main interview room. They're going to head back to the locker room right now and join their teammates. And we'll have head coach Leonard Hamilton join us down here at 12:05, so just a few minutes away. Thanks, fellas. Coach?
Have my players already been
Yeah,
coming on?
they did great. They're back in the locker room already. Thank you very much. We're joined now by Florida State head coach Leonard Hamilton. Coach Hamilton and the Florida State student athletes available in the media room during this time. The Florida State student athletes are available back in the locker room until 12:20. But right now, Coach Hamilton joins us. We'll ask Coach to give us a couple thoughts to open things up. Then we'll take some questions.
Our team has kind of been on a journey from the beginning of the year. We've had an awful lot of adjustments that we've had to make. We started the season off with our leading returning scorer, Phil Kofer, dealing with a stress fracture, which I thought really challenged our players somewhat to make adjustments to our rotation. Guys had to accept different roles. Once we got into the season, we started off 1-4. That was another challenge that I thought that was unexpected, but it was challenging. And I thought through those challenges that we've had to overcome, our team has grown stronger. They've become a more of a unit, trying to adjust to the different challenges that we had. And I think that we hit a point there during the season where I thought that we were growing in confidence, togetherness, and unity that allowed us to sometimes win close games, overcome deficits in games. And I think we've grown to be a team that played with a lot of confidence. The best thing about our team, I still feel that we have not played our best basketball. And I think that as we can, I'm hopeful that once we get into the NCAA tournament, we can hit a stride similar to where we were last year, and hopefully that would give us the confidence to be extremely competitive in the tournament.
If you have a question for Coach Hamilton, we'll take some at this time. Please raise your hand. We'll send one of the microphone stewards in your direction. And let's start in the front on the left.
Neil Ostrow with the Journal-Inquirer. Coach, it's been a little while, but you have some familiarity around here. You've coached in the building, coached, against UConn and a few other times. Any favorite memories? Nice to be back a little bit? Or?
Yeah, I can remember Ray Allen hitting 6 threes from that deep left corner in transition. And I got introduced to the league. I thought we were playing really, really well. And each time we would score, Ray Allen would streak down the left side of the court and seemed like they'd throw the ball from out of bounds, and he'd hit a 3. And I looked at my assistant coach and I said, "You didn't tell me that was part of the challenge that we had to overcome." But no, we enjoyed the people in Connecticut. Really are basketball fans, extremely knowledgeable, very supportive of the local teams. You always knew when you came to Connecticut you're going to be in a tremendous atmosphere. I love playing down at Gamble. We got invited to Gamble once. We got a little more competitive. UConn would always bring the teams they knew they were going to beat easy to Hartford. And once we got more competitive, we considered it was a compliment that we had the opportunity to play on campus.
Continuing with questions for Coach Hamilton. If you have one, please raise your hand. Coach, give us a brief scout on Vermont, what you know so far.
I've watched Vermont play in this. I'm extremely impressed with how well they execute. They seem to always be in control. They play to their strengths. They have great spacing. They move the ball well. They shoot the ball well from the perimeter. And they have a go-to guy that they keep the ball in his hands as much as possible. One of the radio Lamb, one of the radio announcers interviewed me and asked me what we thought would be the keys to the game. And as I look at them, they execute very well. I think the team that's going to be successful will be the team that comes the closest to playing up to who they are. We have a system offensively and defensively. They have a system offensively and defensively. The team that's going to be successful is the team that executes who they are the best and comes the closest to reaching their potential. I think both teams are extremely competitive, been very successful. When you look back over the years, Vermont has a rich tradition. They're in the part of the country kind opposite from Florida. They on the top of USA, and we are at the bottom. So we probably don't know that much about each other. But I have a tremendous amount of respect for the tradition that they have established, and I'm not surprised at all. They've been one of the winningest programs in college basketball that nobody really knows a whole lot about. But we have a tremendous amount of respect for them, and hopefully our players' response will be a direct reflection of how much respect we have for their program.
Continuing with questions for Coach Hamilton. If you have one, please raise your hand. On the left side.
Hey, Coach. Adam Bess with the Journal-Inquirer. What do you think this game, especially up in Hartford, means to Terrence Mann? He's a New England kid, and he gets to come back home for a couple more games.
I think philosophically, it means a lot to him just to be in an area where people are familiar with you. But I think once they throw the ball up, Terrence won't be thinking about anything other than competing. He's extremely competitive. He has high basketball IQ. He's a team player. He's the leader of our team in the locker room, on the basketball court. I think it's going to mean an awful lot to him to have the opportunity to go and play in advance. And I think that's what he's going to be talking about. He has the ability. He's a matured guy, and he won't allow himself to be distracted. I'm sure he probably have a few more people asking him for tickets. Other than that, I think he'll be old Terrence, and that's who we've grown to love.
Continuing with questions for Coach Hamilton. If you have one, please raise your hand. Any further questions for Coach Hamilton? All the way in the back on the right side.
Coach Pat Eatonrod from the Associated Press. There's been a lot of comparisons with the ACC this year to the old Big East, 3 #1 seeds and all of that. Can you compare what it's like to have leagues that strong, and how did that prepare you guys? How does it prepare a team for this tournament to be from a league that's that strong?
Well, there's no doubt that the competitiveness of our league is extremely challenging. Every night out in the ACC, if you're not at your best, you can have something bad can happen. If you're on the road, they can give you a hat and show you where the door real quick. This is a league that it doesn't seem to matter whether you rank number 1 or you're at 15. You're in a competitive game, and you have to end up respecting the name on the front of your jersey and not worry about who you're playing, because if you allow yourself to be affected by the name on your opponent's jersey, you have too many highs and lows. If you are very focused about representing who you are, and you have to be in that frame of mind, because it doesn't seem to matter who you're playing. You'll turn the TV on, and you'll be the number 1 or number 2 ranked team in our league. You'll be playing a team that's 13 and 14 in our league, and it's a 3 or 4 point game. 70% of all the games in the ACC are decided by 4 points or less. So, that means that the league is competitive. And so I think once we get into a tournament like this, because of the competitive nature of our league and the challenges that we've had all year long, I think we'll be well prepared.
Any further questions for Coach Hamilton? Okay, Coach, I want to thank you for joining us here in the main interview room. The student athletes are available in the locker room. Coach Hamilton will be headed in that direction as well. Florida State's availability today wraps up at 12:20.